But that's okay. Welcome everyone. This is the Men of the Metaverse podcast. My name is Beach Dad, aka Brandon, or other way around, really. But I'm here with Lewis. What you want to talk about today? Because I definitely want to talk about what they're doing to Kyrie Irving now.
What they
Because
doing?
it was Kanye, but now it's Kyrie.
What they doing to Kyrie Irving? What happened, Brandon?
So I guess in his free time, he checked out a movie. I'm not even sure what the movie is called, just because it wasn't that big of a deal to me in the beginning of the story, but it was about the real Hebrews, or that narrative that was. It was a movie that's on Amazon, and he kind of, I guess, he posted a picture and a link to the movie, and then all hell broke loose, and they were calling him anti-Semitic and told him he needed to apologize. And I guess his response in a press conference was, "Well, I'm just sharing a movie that I watched with some people, and you should be able to do that if it's freedom of speech, and you have the right to let people know, your people especially. Like, this link wasn't for everybody. This is just for the people that he felt needed to watch it, just to get some reference points and or just some stuff about history. But that wasn't good enough. So now they're trying to turn it into hate speech, and something's wrong with Kyrie. And
Did
how do you
Kyrie
feel?
say? Did Kyrie say anything hateful, or he
Did
just
not
shared the
did
link?
not did not say a word. He shared a link to a movie that's on Amazon right now.
Why Amazon didn't take the book down if it's so hateful?
I'm not sure. Why is not anybody directing the hate or the anti-Semitic feelings towards Amazon? You would
Because
think that. Go ahead.
Amazon about to sign a deal with the NBA for $1 billion. That's why. you know, so they hitting on the little man,
You're right.
and they
Is it?
trying to
Go ahead.
break Kyrie Irving.
But is that fair though? Does that make sense to you? Because it doesn't really make sense to me that they're attacking him when they could be attacking.
Yes, it's fair.
It is. Go
It's
ahead.
it's
Explain
called
why.
it's called warfare.
Hmm.
So it's fair because it's called warfare. And if you have enough firepower, you could do what you want to do.
Okay.
And that's what really this is about. It's about controlling. It's about
Yeah.
using your platform or your power you have to control the narrative.
Right.
And they want to break this guy. Let me show you a video right quick.
Go ahead.
Let me show what they tried to do to him. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but this is on our channel. I just did this yesterday.
I saw. I didn't watch it though. I saw this.
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name? What's your name? Say it. Toby. Boy. Say your name.
And you see Shaq doing the hitting, right?
Right. Right.
What's your name? Toby. Say it again. Say it louder so you can hear you. What's your name? Toby.
All right, see, Brandon, this is what they doing to Kyrie Irving now. They want
So
him to pay money. They want him to apologize, use the words they say to use to
right.
apologize. They want him to attend training with this particular group,
Right.
and also they want him to speak to some rabbis on this particular group. So you see, this is a what you call those camps when they took the POW camps. They take the
Uh-huh.
soldiers in there and try to brainwash them, reprogram. And that's what they're trying to do. And black people, the worst enemy of them all is black people. I said it, black people. Black
Right.
people turn their back on Kanye West because they
Right.
only think on surface levels. Black people turn their back on Kyrie. Now, here's the thing, Brandon. You don't have to like everything a person does or do.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Just because somebody said slavery was a choice, now anything that happens, you like throw it out the window. Who
No.
cares?
Right.
But you don't see what these people the Semitic people, you see what the Semitic people is trying to do to these young black men.
Yeah. And if you're not up on game, you need to realize this. And that's the trick they use to play us. They'd be like, oh, look what he did right here. So you should turn your back on him. Join us. And so you can be whipping Kanye and whipping Kyrie. And I just cannot believe Shaq and LeBron too. LeBron made a statement about what Kyrie did too, and saying it was hateful. I just don't like that. Don't say anything about it. You don't have to say anything publicly about this. And
now,
go ahead.
Now watch this, Brandon. Why they gotta ask somebody who has nothing to do with Kyrie Irving a question? Why they gotta ask these black people that question?
Right, because they want to flex their power and show you how much control they have. If I was LeBron and they say, "Hey, LeBron, what you think about?" I'd be like, "I ain't got no comment on it. I'm gonna talk to Kyrie personally, and I'm gonna handle that privately."
No. See, you messed up now, Brandon. You talk about how to. You said, "No, I don't even talk to the motherfucker."
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna. That's none of your business how I feel about what he did. I play basketball. Don't y'all want me to shut up and dribble? Now you wanna talk to me when something like this go on, or when black kids getting killed in the street. You want me to shut up, but now you want me to talk just because he posted a link? That doesn't make any sense to me. And I can't believe Shaq and I can believe Charles Barkley, but just because Charles Barkley seems to be on the other side a little bit, but you do not have to come out and try to attack Kyrie over posting a link to a movie.
Just posting a link, you could click it or you don't have to click it, people.
Right.
You can watch it and you don't have to watch it. But I guarantee you, a trillion, one of the top 10 biggest companies in the world right now, is streaming that movie and making millions of dollars off that rink-a-dink movie. The same movie they said Shaq posted up in his theaters a few years ago. It's all linked up. But let me show you a little history of what's going on, Brandon. You ever heard of a guy named Hitler, right?
Yes.
Who was Hitler to you?
To me, it was somebody who was responsible for the Holocaust. And go ahead.
You know how Hitler got his how he got his game plan from?
From where?
The treatment of blacks in America. He said, I need to figure out how the American white people oppress these people and kept them in bondage, and after they got out of bondage, they still had them oppressed.
Yeah.
And one of the topics they used was propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
Propaganda is delivered to media, newspapers, books, reports, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So, before slaves got free, a black person could sleep in the same bed as a white person. Warm my bed up, get up in there, come through the front door. When we were slaves, we could come through the front door then. Come through the front door. But time we got free, everything flipped. You better not come to that front door. But get the fuck out that damn bed. Don't warm it up for me.
Right.
So Hitler used the strategies that American people, the white Americans, he used that over there in Germany. And he slowly started to brainwash these people with propaganda, saying, watch this, the Semitic people are taking our jobs. The same thing white folks over here say, the immigrants are taking our jobs.
Right.
Watch this. Then they say the Semitic people are getting these special benefits. The same thing people over here say. Yeah. The black people are getting all this welfare, which is a lie. Black people are getting all this welfare. Then he started slowly brainwashing these people to marginalize this one group of people, same like the blacks got marginalized.
Right.
And once he came to power, once the United States allowed Germany to have a police department, he started militarizing the police department. Kind of similar to what they're doing now over here. The police become like the damn military. They get the same guns, they get the same vehicles. And then he slowly brainwashed these people. Once he got enough power, boom, this is what happened. And these Semitic people are doing the same propaganda that we use on them to black people today, because there ain't no difference.
But let's think about it from their point of view. Because I try to listen to some of their talking points and they feel attacked. Like what Kyrie did was dangerous, right? Wasn't it like I and they were saying how some attacks on churches or attacks on Jewish people is up, and I'm looking, I'm like, attacks are up in general. You know, what about us? Like, what about black people? What about Asian people? Like, everybody's being attacked. It's not just a certain group being attacked. And this is not something to stand on. Him posting his link or what Kanye said. We know what Kanye was saying. Why are they trying to jump on these things and blow them up more than they really are?
Hypocrites. I feel attacked too. They the Semitic people, the Hebrew Semitic people, they have I forgot what the name of their Bible, but it's basically the Old Testament. So they push this Old Testament on me. I'm being attacked because the Old Testament is about genocide, killing millions of people. Like I said before, cut the man thumbs off and have him serve you in your damn house. Or how about this? How about this? Pulling the kings out the caves, chopping the heads off, putting your foot on their neck, and hanging them up at nighttime so you can look at them swinging the trees. Now, is that hateful speech? That's a hateful religion, is it?
Right. Yes.
It's going on how you see it. So this is a bunch of hypocrites. But do they feel,
do they feel jealous? Like they feel left out? Like, because we can say we're being attacked and we can show you how police doing this, X, Y, and Z, how it's not fair. And they just look for the smallest little thing to jump onto because they want to feel like victims too. You think it's some of that?
Why are you gonna be jealous? You got a pocket full of money.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I really don't know. We can trade. Let's trade. You want to be victims,
and you can do this. Well, you can do this. You know we did this before. You can do this. I'm a white man. I'm not religious. So you have the right to fade back, and people don't know who he is.
Right.
So you jealous for what? You got all the money.
You got all the money, the power, and control.
Charles Barkley talking about you go take this man $34 million. Well, guess what? Their religion book says thou shall not steal. They've been stealing for black person. They've been stealing for black people ever since the early 1900s.
Right, but that's okay. And you see Nike kind of I don't know if they suspended their deal with Kyrie, but I think they've halted some deals and halted some money with him. Just because he posted a link to a video they don't agree with. Yeah.
Is it you ever seen a person get jumped?
Yeah. Well,
you saw
not in real life.
In videos, right?
Yeah, I've seen videos.
So the person on the ground said one thing. But random people came in there and put the boots to him. Now, who is the violent and hateful person, Brandon?
That's a good question. It's clearly Kyrie Irving.
The one person on the ground saying one thing, but everybody else putting the boots to him.
And this is my thing. Aren't we supposed to practice forgiveness and patience and all this stuff? It gets thrown out the window when it's us. But they want you, if a black person gets killed, or remember that cop came into that black man's house and shot him. Oh, we need to practice forgiveness, and it was a mistake. Let's just move on and forgive her, and let's give her a life sentence. It's none of that kind of stuff when it's just somebody posted a link.
Man, I don't want to sound ignorant, Brandon. I don't. But let me see, can this boot up? I don't want to sound ignorant.
But that's what I would have told Kyrie. I would have been like, well, I posted a link. Just forgive me and let's move on. Let's talk about I got a game against the Celtics. Let me just shut up and dribble and shoot some shots.
Brandon, who's that man right here?
Jesus.
Supposedly. now you telling me I don't think the Semitic people believe in Jesus, so ain't no forgiveness, Brandon. I may be ignorant on there, but I think they don't believe in Jesus.
But I think a global kind of position is let's forgive.
Brandon. But Jesus taught us to forgive for our sins.
Right.
Remember, these people try to throw this man over the mountain. For doing what, Brandon? For speaking. This man was in the synagogue. He said, man, y'all better love y'all neighbors. They said, get this mother sucker out of here. Grab him. They grabbed him up. Took him to the edge of the mountain.
You know what? That's funny.
Took him to the edge of the mountain. But guess what? The Holy Spirit's out of nowhere. They just let him go. He just walked back to the ground. Walked back. But they grabbed him up because he was in that synagogue talking crazy. So it's a history.
It is a history.
Or the Old Testament. We don't know it's true or not. We'll know this is the New Testament. So they don't believe in the New Testament, but Jesus is about forgiving. I don't remember receiving no forgiving in no Old Testament.
And do you see how that picture? What kind of hair is that? Is that coarse?
That's an afro right there. You just can't see it. That's an afro right there. You just can't see it.
If you ask me, I'll say that's an Italian man. But okay, I'll take a word.
Brandon, I know it's a joke, Brandon. You know good as well. That tail silk. That tail's laid like fucking bacon on the pan, man. Shit.
Okay.
Teaching, look at that teaching with the man.
What is
I ain't
that?
saying nothing. Hey, how Jesus got a cross on the Bible in the picture? You see, you see that way it makes sense,
Right?
Yeah. Well, hold on, what that cross thrown up in there? He was already gone by then.
Right. It's just imagery. You know, that's how they do.
Well,
I was gonna ask you, but how do you feel about the cross? You know, like looking back at some of the stuff, that's where Jesus was crucified on the cross. But we buy charms, and I had a cross. Remember back in the day, I got one of them charms from the mall, some fake diamonds on it, a cross. But that's where they laid Jesus. And how do you feel about the cross? Do you still look at it the same way, or
a cross is a cross? To me, that was a form of punishment for I guess the Romans.
Yeah,
use that as the worst punishment you could get. So it just happened. It just happened. He has crucified. And where in the Bible do they talk about they supersize cross up all the time?
Right.
And we make songs later, remember the cross, so we can remember Jesus. But I don't see. I ain't never read nothing in the Bible talk about who this cross represents.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it got. I don't want to say symbolized, but it just got pushed out there and marketed, and it's just big business now. You buy the cross, you wear a cross. They have crosses all over the church. It's just
it's just it's symbolism.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, if you post a cross up, that's hateful speech. We should not. That's against the Constitution. You cannot have cruelty as punishment. So every cross they post up, every picture with a cross, they need to get banned.
Right. And if we had a lot of like-minded people that felt the same way you did about that, and we had power, we could do whatever we want to do. And that's kind of what that community does when they feel the slightest bit of attack. They'll be like, well, it's
not attack, Brandon.
I'm just saying that's how they
uncomfortable.
Feel. Okay, they feel uncomfortable. I don't
like when you go to the doctor and they gotta put their finger up your booty to make sure ain't nothing plucked up. Uncomfortable, but they had to do it.
Right.
Uncomfortable with the truth. Like I said,
go ahead.
Jesus was in the synagogue. Now, look at the words I use. Jesus was in the synagogue speaking to the Semitic people that speak Hebrew. They didn't like what he was saying, and they wanted to throw him off the edge of the mountain, Brandon.
Right. But that's the thing. They anytime they're challenged about religion or challenged about the history, it becomes an issue. But it should, like, if you truly believe in what you believe, you shouldn't feel threatened or you shouldn't feel challenged. You just stand in your truth and be like, okay, well, if that's how you feel, that's fine. We can debate it. You can feel how you want to feel. I'm gonna feel how I want to feel. It shouldn't be this whole thing where no, I'm right and you're wrong, and you're gonna be punished and you're gonna lose all your endorsements, all your sponsorships, and possibly your job because you have a different point of view.
And they only use this power against blacks.
Right.
Mel Gibson, he said the craziest stuff.
Right.
And next thing you know, he was sitting up in the Oscars. You know, he was sitting up in the Oscars like
Right.
nothing happened.
And he said some disgusting thing. I was gonna look it up, but I forgot to go look back what Mel Gibson did. And he did the Passion of the Christ, and
Mhm.
we know how they feel about that. So when these, I guess it was phone calls got released or voicemails, and he was saying a lot of anti-Semitic stuff. They were on him a little bit, but Mel Gibson's still fine. He didn't lose any. He might have he might have lost some movie deals or something, but he's fine. He wasn't publicly flocked or whipped, like Kyrie is. And it's the thing that Kyrie did and Mel Gibson, it's night and day.
President Trump said it was good people on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
This is with the thing that happened in, I think, Tennessee, where the man drove the car
right
through the people. Now, one group was saying Jews would not replace us. Brandon, we ain't monetized, so we ain't gonna be.
It don't matter, right?
Yeah, Jews would not replace us. The other people was talking about we want human rights. So your president said the people who said Jews would not replace us are good people.
Right.
Why they didn't attack him for that?
Because they know they can't do it. I'm not gonna say Trump is part of the white population or the white group, but that's a white group. A white group has power. Black group don't have any power. And they know the black people at the top are controlled, and they'll do whatever the white group or the Jewish group wants them to do. And when it comes to disciplining black people, so they know that.
How about white the KKK?
People, right, go ahead.
The Ku Klux Klan. They are a Christian organization. Can't you believe that, Brandon? I tell the Christians one. Watch this, people and gentlemen. In my experience, Christians are some of the ugliest and the deadliest people on earth today. And based on my knowledge, they probably kill the most people in the whole wide world today. Christianity. Go ahead and ban me for that. But that's the damn truth. Who dropped the bombs on those men, women, and kids, Brandon, in Japan?
Christians, and then pray about it and do all that kind of stuff. It's funny when war is involved, we'll kill, but we'll try to say, all bless and God forgive and all this and that. But
Putin, what Putin doing? Putin said he's a Christian. Putin said, now if you go bomb them, hit them schools, hit them libraries and hospitals.
He said that.
Well, he don't have to say it, but that's what he done. Words and actions are different. A lot of people speak these words, but the actions are something different. So you got to follow a person's action. Yeah, Christians, some of the most deadliest people in the world, man. Every person who tried to fight me was a Christian. Every person who lied on me was a Christian. Every person who scanned on me was a Christian. Huh? So am I hateful, or that's just my experience?
Right. And that's okay. We should be able to talk about our experiences and not be canceled for it. Like I say, people hate black people. People say black people are thugs or whatever. I want you to be able to say how you feel. And I'd rather know how you feel than you hide your true feelings and be in my face acting like we're really cool.
Ain't black people thugs, Brandon? You saw what happened at the bowling alley. Ain't black people thugs? And I say, what kind of man shoots in the crowd, hit man, women, and kids? 2 days later, 1 day later, for me making that statement last week, Offset.
Oh, yeah.
No, Takeoff.
Takeoff.
Get taken out.
Right.
Get taken out.
Well, let's segue into that. So how do you feel about that? Because I'm not sure if it was a dice game or whatever. Black men, when you're in these situations, when you're out late, people are drinking, people have guns on them. It's just a dangerous situation and dangerous environment you don't necessarily need to be in, especially if you're a millionaire and you can be putting your imprint on other people in a positive way and uplifting your community. It's like we love the party so much, it's going to be the death of us. And it was for Takeoff, but we're so wrapped up in that hip hop culture. We got to be shooting dice. We got to be in the hood. We got to have a bunch of people with guns on us. We feel like we got to move that way. We don't necessarily have to move that way. White people don't move that way. They can enjoy life differently than we do.
Exactly. Now, Offset, they big hit was in 2013. So they had a 9-year run multi-millionaires for all those 9 years. And it seems like they didn't spend all that money because they still here, you know. So I don't understand. You're right. Go to a bowling alley. You got that much money. Why not rent out your own, have your own place with your own people? Why go down here with the Pookies and Ray Rays who listen to your music, but they'll blow your brains out at the same time?
Right. Because we feel like we got to be real. We got to go back to the hood, let people know how tough we are, how we don't care. You know, we still who we were back then, when you're supposed to be growing and changing and elevating anyway. Like, I don't, you don't have to prove anything to people who aren't in the position you're in. All they want to do is see you fall. All they want to do is take what you got. Why would I spend my time being around people like that? And my life is valued. They don't have anything.
They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose except for their life.
Right.
And you worth $25 million.
Right. And why would I argue with somebody? I'm a millionaire. I don't need to argue with anybody. I can see you have your feelings. Okay, cool. If I disagree with you, I'm out of there. It's no need to be arguing and going back and forth with people, especially when I know, because I know everybody in there knew everybody had guns on them and there was some tension. When it's a situation like that, you got to remove yourself because you're too valuable. You're too valuable to a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure Takeoff was taking care of a lot of people. And, you know, him, Quavo, and Offset. Well, is it Offset? Yeah, I think. Well, whoever they are, but the Migos in general, that's a business. That's a brand. And they had a breakup and two of them split off and did something else. And now, you know, it's another one lost. So that's a lot of money that they're, you know, it's not all about money, but you just gotta be smart and value your life because it can be taken away so easily.
I'm about to give some advice to young black man. Also to anybody. If you see a commotion going on, get the hell up out of there, Brandon.
Please do, please.
Because if you see people fighting, don't, you know how you used to be in middle school, people fight, you stand around.
People start crowding around.
Yeah, don't do that today. Because somebody, you know, you saw the scruffle. You heard this, all you heard, Brandon. And then a gunshot. Well, who was in danger?
Right.
You just hear a little bit shuffling, and somebody said, the gun is coming out.
Right. And so the thing about a gun, if somebody shoot a bullet, it could hit anybody in there. It's not like, you know, if somebody's aiming a gun and there's a bunch of people around, anybody could get hit. You could get hit, you be all the way in the back and the bullet would travel and hit you. And that's just one shot. That's just one shot.
And the kind of bullets I'll use, it's going through one person, go hit somebody behind.
Right. That's just how it is. So do not stick around. You see somebody fighting, go ahead and head out. Don't pull your phone out because you get shot and pull your phone out trying to record.
Brother, I'll go back to put people on game of bullets. You got hollow points and you got full metal jackets.
Mm.
The difference between a hollow point and a full. Hold on. You can't see this.
I'm about to ask you about another type of bullet too, but go ahead.
This is a hollow point.
Mm.
This bullet is made to stop in you. It costs a lot more money than a full metal jacket. A full metal jacket is the bullets the military use, and it's round up top.
Mm.
So when you shoot that gun, it's not designed to stop in you. It's designed to go through stuff.
Right.
And with black people in America being so cheap and broke, they don't buy hollow points because they cost a whole lot of money. They buy them cheap bullets, full metal jackets. So you can look on YouTube right now and these black guys showing all their guns. Nobody got no damn hollow tips. So they cost $3 per bullet, but you get a full metal jacket for 30 cents. And that bullet gonna go through anything.
Right. And I've heard they got bullets that when they hit the target, it'll catch on fire and just all kind of stuff like that.
I don't know about all that, Brandon, but
that's what I was gonna ask you. Have you what kind of other ammunition have you had? Because I mean they've got a lot of bullets that do a lot of different things too. I mean, this is how the bullet and ammunition game has changed so much because people are into that.
It ain't changed that much. It's still the basics, Brandon.
Okay, well, when I'm gonna look up because somebody told me about it. One of the cooks that quit because he's into guns. He said he got a gun that when they hit the target, it'll catch on fire or whatever. So I'm
That's
like,
a damn thug
okay,
pipe
okay.
dreams. So you tell it. So you telling
I'm
me
just, that's what I'm asking you. I don't know.
a
I'm not,
lead. Now this is regular
that's
stuff. Now we ain't talking about no shotgun, the breath of fire shit. But you tell me a lead ball shoots out of a gun.
I'm asking you.
Once the lead ball is in the air, is no more explosives in the damn ball. So when it hits you, it's like a little piece of metal hitting you. How they gonna catch on fire?
Well, Lewis, if they can do all the things they can do with fireworks, I can see that.
Yeah,
I
it
can
could
see
catch
that.
a person holding a glass of gasoline in his hand. He got a tin can of gasoline in his hand and bust through that tin can. Yeah, catch on fire. Yeah, you're right about that. Man, Brandon, you better quit listening to them people like that.
He's gone now, so I don't know. I'm just telling you what people told me. I was like, okay, I don't know. I'm not in there. But before I forget, didn't Charleston White do something going on with Charleston White? I guess he was talking about the Migos thing, and I guess he was trending now because people are kind of coming around to some of his points about how rappers are and how dangerous that is, and maybe we should, look at our hood and try to fix our community and do things differently. Like, who cares about these rappers? Like, they're the problem. They're leading us the wrong direction.
Yeah, those rappers are they are okay. Well, I'll take accountability. They majority of the problem, and also the Sigmatic people are pushing that stuff on them. So you talking about hate? Who's really doing the hating? But yes, rappers are a problem. And Charles White only talks about true stuff. People don't like him because most guys are bitches these days. They think.
But they're just not men. They're not men. Like, a real man would have that standpoint. Like, when you're trying to take care of your family and when you have kids, that's the type of standpoint you're going to come from. And I think they have a problem with that.
Like Charleston White would speak the truth. He said, people, your boys, your friends would snitch on you in a second.
Right.
And Brandon, you know that's the truth. But here's what your average black guy gonna say, that's snitching. But it's real. Let you and your friend get jammed up and y'all in that life. The first person who comes up to tell, they tell it. You know they tell it.
Right.
If you talking about I'm about to do 10 years, they tell it, man. They about to read a book. They gonna say, write down what you want me to say, I say it. That's what they do.
Right. And I was gonna ask you how you feel about snitching, because it's such a strong stigma on that. And like I'm not gonna say brainwashed. Well, we've been convinced, like, since we were little, that snitching is wrong. You should not snitch. How do you feel about it today?
All right, Brandon, I can answer your question with a scenario.
Go ahead.
Me and you are in your car, you sitting there right now. You got heroin in your pocket and a loaded gun. The cops pull us over. What you gonna say, Brandon? Just me and you, and me and you know the truth. What you gonna say?
Right. Let me answer it two ways. If this is how it went, this is what I should do as a man. I should take the charge because you had nothing to do with it.
And me and you friends.
Right. I should do it. But this is what happens 9 times out of 10. Oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's both of them. I don't know. You might want to check with him.
And so is that keeping it real? Or
no, that's not.
Bitch ass.
Right. There you go. If you do a crime and you get caught, you have to stand on what you did. I mean, that's just how it is.
But you know what? Part of the game is snitching. That's what people don't want to talk about.
That's
part
true.
of the game is snitch. That's part of the damn game. They gonna bring you behind scenes. He ain't gonna talk. Guess what they do, Brandon?
What?
They bring that Popeye's chicken up in there. Popeye's chicken, and they go trick him. They gonna put a Mountain Dew and say, "Oh, get him Pepsi, get him Mountain Dew with that caffeine, so he get the real talking." That's what they do. That's part of the game. It's all in the game.
And they'll let you smoke indoors. That'll be the only time you'll smoke indoors. They'll let you smoke that Newport real quick indoors.
And you up there. Oh, that's good. And you know good as well, That's gonna be your last bill. If you don't
Right.
tell, that's gonna be your last piece of chicken in 10 years. What is good? And that's part of the game. That's
Right.
reality.
You're right. You're right.
So these stop snitching people. So you gonna have a you see a little girl get raped and you know who done it. You ain't gonna
Right.
tell on that person ain't snitching.
No, that's the problem.
And
Like
you don't even need to tell on the person. You need to whoop that ass almost to death. That's what you need to
right.
do.
Yeah,
But,
that's what you need to do.
but that's illegal. So
Right, but still, like, do that and then take them to the police station. I don't think that's snitching at all. But like I said, they kind of convinced us that you're not keeping it real if you're telling on people that's doing crimes, destroying your own community.
and they get mad at Charleston White. Charleston White said a story, said he was in the neighborhood, his neighborhood, and he saw two black guys and a black girl sitting bullshitting. And he was like, these black people don't belong in this neighborhood. So he called the cops on them. He called the cops on them. Is that bad, Brandon? That's good.
I'm indifferent. I don't care. Like I say, you don't have to feel a certain type of way about every little thing. Like, and I might not. And Charleston White has said some stuff that I don't agree with. What?
This was at 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Okay, yeah, I get you. You know, you can do that if you want. Like I say, I may, if it's my neighborhood, I may do the same thing just because you never know what's going on. And sometimes the police can help you. Sometimes they can go talk to somebody and get some crime out of your neighborhood. If that's your neighborhood and you want your neighborhood safe, and if y'all don't have no crime watch things set up in your neighborhood, yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I don't shit. Yeah, you're right. You know the freaks come out at night. You don't need to be sitting outside somebody's house. Bullshit. What you think they doing, bro? You think they having a revival service?
No, they're not. No, right.
They having a revival service. They about to be up to no good.
Right. And like I said, it's just not necessary. I was going to ask you something. Oh yeah, but that's what I was saying. I don't necessarily agree with everything Charleston White said because I think
What you don't agree.
But that's what I'm about to tell you. He said something about R-word white women.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, and I like I say, I don't know whether he's joking or being a character because he said he does that. If you watch some of his interviews, he said, "Yeah, I'm just playing a character online, and that's how I get people's attention. I get them riled up. That makes him money." So I'm not sure. Go ahead.
And he said, where I heard that he said, "Where is the paperwork? Where?" If I done that as a black man in America, where's the paperwork? So you already know he's lying or it didn't happen. So
because if it did, trust and believe, they would have came after him because that's what they want to do. Like they're not just gonna let you say that kind of stuff online. But like I said, you don't have to agree with everything somebody says and just cancel them. Like Lewis, if you say 99 things that I like and you say one thing that I don't have to hate you because of it or dismiss all the other good points you had. I can just disagree with one of the things you say and move on.
Why black people can't do that?
I don't know, because they caught up in the media. Like the media will lead you one way or have you thinking you don't have to have your own mind. People have groupthink. They all think the same way. And you can't get nowhere thinking like they want you to think.
How many people actually read that book from Negroes to Hebrews and Negroes on Amazon?
Not a lot. Like I said, I don't even know whether it's a book or a movie or what it's about, but
it's both.
But my thing is, who cares? You should be able to write whatever you want to write. You should be able to make a movie about whatever you make a movie about. If somebody wants to share that, that's on them.
Boy, you know, you do you believe in United States president? Is that a real thing? Do they represent something?
Yes.
I remember they had a president, Woodrow Wilson, man, one of the most racist presidents in the world. He's shown a movie called The Birth of a Nation. This movie was about the KKK coming to save the white woman from a black guy who was about to rape her. Who was about to violate her.
Right.
So they showed that movie, and ain't nobody say anything. Where was the? Okay, this before anti-Semitic stuff came out, but what was the outrage because of that?
Right. And even just showing us in bondage and us being raped and beaten, Like I feel that makes me feel a certain type of way. Should I tell them that they're wrong and they need to be canceled for putting black people in chains and showing me that kind of stuff?
You can't, Brandon. You can't even
That's what I'm.
control going across the street. How you going to tell them what to do?
but certain groups have that kind of power. So makes you feel how powerless you are.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now let's get to solutions because I don't want to sound like we complaining. What can our group do to get this power, Brandon, in your opinion?
Well, I ain't gonna say what we can, because there's only one thing you can do. It's only one person can be at the top. And how do you get to the top?
You tell me. I asked you the question.
What did Ric Flair say? To be the best, you got to beat the best. That's the only way to be at the top. Or
no, Brandon. So you tell me this.
That's why I can't. You can't. It's no way. It's no way.
You telling me this? You want black people to go?
No, don't say it. Don't say it. But I'm just saying, it's no answer. We can try to do our best to come together and work together and support each other, but that power structure is already set up the way it's set up. Go ahead.
I give you the answer, Brandon.
Go ahead, please do.
First, we need to start working on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure the people, your close family and friends, make sure y'all set yourselves. You can start off at least having a emergency fund, because when you have a chunk of change in the bank, you could say less. Well,
doesn't Shaq have a lot of money in the bank and a lot of business stuff going on? You see what he did as soon as it happened. He couldn't wait to come out and say something about Kyrie.
Well, Shaq don't have the balls, man. Shaq don't have the balls. You have more balls. We have money in the bank, and you go have you're going to have your outliers like a Shaq, like a LeBron, like a Charles Barkley. But when you have money in the bank, you less likely to be would take any hostile environment. Watch this. In my book, For 0 to 200K, they did a study or a questionnaire and asked black people, if you didn't have all this debt, what would you do? A lot of black people say they would leave a hostile environment. Right. So just having enough money allows you to escape some hostile environments. So for the first thing black people need to do is work on yourself. And I ain't gonna give the whole playbook, but that's the first thing we need to do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Broke people don't have no power. All the time, broke people have power where they throw a brick through the damn window.
But do you think our environments are the issue? Like we grow up in stressful environments and war zones in a way, and it's hard to escape that. It's hard to grow like you're supposed to grow mentally.
It's your mindset is the issue. Your environment is hard because government and policies made them that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the people mindset keeps them that way.
But that's what I'm saying. So how do you break out of that mindset if you're being programmed from birth and you're seeing your environment, you're seeing people around you, all they doing is killing each other, fighting, drinking. You don't see any light. You don't see anybody teaching you a different way. You like what you like. Now you like rap music, or now you like drug dealers, or you know what I'm saying? It's just like you don't even get to see the other side because you're raised in this type of environment.
Some people make it through, but not a lot.
Some people do, yeah.
So, but it's man, hey, I can't tell you because it's hard. How did the Semitic people get out? Oh, I know how they get out.
Tell
we paid them reparations. That's how they got out. When they was designing ghettos was designed for these people in Germany. They said, design this ghetto and keep them there.
Right.
After the war, they got reparations. Everybody, open arms, come and live with us.
But I don't understand why we can't get our reparations, but other groups feel like they deserved it and they went through something, but we don't. We went through something, but we don't deserve it. We just need to get over it.
Because black people don't need it. That happened so long ago, Brandon.
Well, we should have been y'all lay on the payments. You lay on the payments, you got interest now.
You should see one of our quotes when I said do America owe some blacks, some veterans for not having access to the GI Bill? One guy
Oh
came
yeah.
in, got in there, and was like, "Hell no!" Yep, blah, 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 blah. Did you read
Right.
it?
I know which one you're talking about. I saw it and I meant to go back and read it, but I was like, dang, people really are mad. People, they don't want you to have anything. Even if you
They-
deserve it, you still shouldn't get it because of your color, your skin
well,
color.
no, he was, or she, I don't know who it was. That person was saying, y'all, it been so long ago, y'all
Right.
need to
But
stand
that
on
don't
your
mean
feet
anything.
and get off the government. I did it by myself. My daddy, blah, 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 blah. My daddy did this, and we didn't take no handouts. We didn't do this. We didn't do this. Y'all need to do the same thing. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's
But
what they
being
say,
white
Brandon.
is a handout. Do you agree with that statement?
You said being white is a handout?
In a way, yeah.
Yes, I believe it.
Okay. Why don't but if I ask a white person that, they'd be like, well, if you're being honest, I guess they might say no, but I don't know. It's just not as easy as people want to make it seem for us to just come up. Especially when we can point to a lot of injustices and unfair treatments with the GI Bill, like with how they owe us with reparations, with how slavery was, and when we were integrated in school system. Like, people didn't even want us going to the same schools. They didn't want us drinking out of the water fountains. Like, we can't just forget about that kind of stuff.
And they still don't want you to go into the same schools.
Right,
And they
and
still
that's
don't
true.
want you to drink it out the water. What he's doing here? Call the cops. This is
Right,
suspicious.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, how are we supposed to act like that stuff doesn't exist and people don't see color?
Because it don't. This is a colorblind society, Brandon.
No, but it's not. But it's not. Like, I can really show you where it's not, and it's still, people still have that mindset. But I don't know.
Man, this guy erased all his comments.
Oh, he did?
I can't find them. Yeah, this responded 2 days ago.
Right.
But yeah, Brandon, blacks need to work on themselves, and it's up to you to get yourself out that predicament. And it's hard to get yourself out that predicament. You have to change because you've been socialized to stay in there.
Right. Well, we got to talk about one of our favorite, not our favorite topics, but have you been watching any NBA basketball? I know it's a lot of other things going on. Have you watched any Laker games?
I don't have cable. So, well, okay, I got cable, but now they put the TNT and those stations. You got to pay extra for those stations. So, but I know. Did it win Friday?
I'm not. I think they lost. I think they're like 1-5 or 2-5 or something.
No. They won 3 in the brand. I think they run 2 or 3 in the.
I don't think they got that many W's now, unless they did win Friday. I think they've only won 2 games.
Shit. They 2 and 6, man. Oh.
So what do you think
what
they're
about
gonna do? So what do you think they need to do? They need to trade Westbrook, trade Anthony Davis. Like, what do you think they need to do? Because this is not working. This is LeBron James now. This is the best basketball player on earth, and they 2 and 6.
All right, let's look at a little history. In Cleveland, LeBron James had. Well, when he won the championship in Cleveland, he had Green. He had a guy named James Pope.
Well, maybe that might have been on the Heat. I can't really remember.
I think he had him on the Heat too, on the Cleveland too.
Okay.
He had J.R. Smith. He had shooters. So he had Kyrie Irving.
Role players and superstars.
So when he drove the ball, when he could drive the ball good, he kicked the ball out since he's a great passer, and that person could hit 50% of the time.
Right.
In Miami, boy, that was a special team. Well, he had
Ray Allen.
He was a shooter. He had the white guy who lost his shoe in the game and still came up and hit the shot.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name though. Dang, who did they have?
He had the guy from Duke.
Which one? Not JJ Redick. He had the
old guy, Batton there.
Oh, Shane Battier. Yeah,
Shane
Shane
Battier.
Battier. Yeah.
All
And
those
shoot
three,
three. Right.
all those two people could play defense and they could
And shoot
shoot
threes.
and they could shoot open. So LeBron James drove the ball, he kicks
Kick
it
it
out,
out.
and the person gonna hit that shot 50% of the time. With the
the
Lakers, he had now for some reason one of my favorite basketball players, Rondo, got the shooting on for some reason. He started to shoot. He had the guy who's in the Bulls now.
Alonzo Ball.
No, the white guy in the Bulls who they traded. They won a championship. The Lakers didn't want to pay him. He came off the bench.
I don't know.
He the white guy came out the bench who could dunk ball
headband, yeah.
With the hair, his hairline going back, but he could dunk.
Well, yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name though.
He had a lot of energy. He kind of could shoot. See, he
kinda, not really,
but they had enough going on, and you had Anthony Davis playing real good. Now he don't got no shooters. Nobody can shoot the ball. Kind of lost you, Brandon.
Go ahead.
Nobody can shoot the ball now.
Right.
So when you kick it out,
so wait, Westbrook can't shoot. Westbrook can't shoot.
No, he could never shoot.
I'm joking.
Yeah, no. Only thing he could do is drive. So you got one guy who would drive the ball, Westbrook. You got another guy who could drive the ball, LeBron. Both of them required to have the ball in his hands. Mm-hmm. And you got, and the saddest thing now, you got Anthony Davis thinking he's supposed to be the damn shooter of the team. So you got a center talking, let me shoot the three. You ain't right.
Right. And you got Patrick Beverly, who is, I mean, it's just not working
defense.
out.
He just defense. Yeah. So it's hard to play 1980 basketball. In 2022. You could, because they did it to win that championship a little bit. They put that thing in the hole.
But why do they keep building the teams like that? Is it on purpose?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. They know.
Remember that. Go ahead.
They know they need somebody who can shoot the ball. Right. I don't know what happened.
Can people shoot anymore? Maybe people just can't shoot the basketball anymore like they need to.
Brandon, I watched my nephew play NBA 2K22 or something. Mm-hmm. Only thing when playing against his friend, that's the only thing they was doing.
Shoot threes.
They walk down, shoot a three. Everyone, it was like the boringest game to watch on the video game. They walk down, shoot a three. They pass it, shoot a three. Just threes. So people can shoot, but just they don't have people who can shoot. Yeah. They don't have people who can shoot. They need to get the Kyrie over there now. They get Kyrie. It's a wrap.
But do you think the Nets may let him go? Like, how do we didn't really close off on that Kyrie thing? Do you think the Nets are gonna get rid of him over this?
If Kyrie if he get butt break, they won't let her go. It's up to Kyrie. Do you want to do those trainings?
Yeah.
If it was me, I don't know how his pockets look like. If it was me, I don't know how his pockets look like.
I think he's okay, and I don't think he had a couple big deals, and he's been hurt a lot. So I think he's understanding that he's not gonna be playing basketball forever. So I'm pretty sure he saves some money.
Well, if it was me, I want to do. I don't know. Whew.
But that's what I'm saying.
No, I know. Like, no, I got to do it good. I need to get that money, and then towards the end, I curse everybody out. I say, now kick me out. I say, now kick me out. Right. Or I don't know what he should do.
But that's a dangerous thing, because you don't want to go against a group that's controlling everything. So when you go out and you go to a restaurant, I mean, people are just gonna hate you. And I guess that's where he's feeling that pressure. So I don't know.
Ain't nobody gonna hate this man.
They are. Like our own people.
Look at this.
And I was scared that I heard some stuff that Shannon Sharp, because I like Shannon Sharp a lot too, but he did the same kind of stuff, and I just like, man.
He can't talk for real on them shows.
But I don't even say nothing. I'd be like, Skip, I didn't see nothing Kyrie said. I don't know what you talking about, Skip. I'll be like, we're not talking about that on air because that's gonna live forever. And then I gotta see Kyrie, or then I gotta see other people that I respect. They be like, dang, you had to do Kyrie like that. I'm just not about to do it. I ain't about to do it.
Oh, they're gonna put you to do it because damn, I did not. Did you see the thing that you have Daniel Wayne's doing a stand-up comedy about black guys?
Uh-uh.
And he was like, every time he said, black people, you can't get too comfortable. Because if you get too comfortable,
What?
the white folks gonna ask you to do some things, and you better do it. I'm gonna see how I play it right quick, but talk a little bit. What kind of things you think they tell us to do, Brandon?
Attack one another, push certain narratives, push LGBT stuff. I'm trying to think. Anything you trying to push positive to uplift your people, they're not with that, especially on the airwaves, and that's why people seem to have a problem with it. Like, we can't ever have anything positive pushed. It's always got to be negative, or they'll be quick to push rappers talking about doing drugs and killing black people and down demeaning black women. Like, that's pushed all day, every day, and it's fine. It's fine. It's normal.
Nah, I got the video. I'll go try to play it.
You know, because that's when you become the poor. That's when they use you as. Anytime white people want to smooth some shit over, they go get that rich nigga and put you on TV.
Some people are conscious, some people are not. I can tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on.
Dang.
I know that the game that we used to love and we promote, it brings people together. And it hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done.
To represent people, you asking your questions like, Damon, now that you made this $13 million, and we're not counting, now that you made all this money, let me ask you this. Let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America?
Sure. I think he should have been suspended. I think Adam should have suspended him. First of all, Adam's Jewish. You can't take my $40 million and insult my religion.
You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck, talking about.
I can't believe that we ain't talking about that. We're talking about this idiot.
No, sir. If there is, I ain't seen none.
Hey, if there is, I ain't seen none. You see, now, Charles Barkley saw, I think, a deal for $200 million with that network. So, and why they got to come to them? Why they always got to come to a black person?
Because I want to hear what Ernie Johnson got to say. Why did I'll be like, Ernie, I'll take it away, Ernie. I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah. But it's the same tricks. All the stuff is the same tricks. They pay even your politicians, anybody who has a lot of money that came from a certain source, they go to them. Let me get your opinion on the situation.
Right.
But
when it's something else, they be like, why don't you just shut up and dribble? We don't want you getting too deep into politics. And you can tell Charles, he didn't really want to talk about. I guess he was like, look, I really want to talk about basketball, but we gotta do this. We have to do this. Like, they had to address it. It was a thing they probably had a meeting about at the NBA and TNT, headquarters. They were like, we gotta talk about it. You have to say this, or this whole thing will be shut down. All your future plans that you had with us, it's gonna be shut down if you don't speak up about it.
Charles said, you can't take a man $30 million and insult his religion. First of all, he didn't insult his religion.
Right.
Second of all, that $30 million, he taking that to work.
Right.
If you pay
it's
that
not
man,
free.
if you pay this man $30 million, he gonna make $300 million for you. So
there you go.
Really,
right.
So let's really get to it.
Right.
And here's the thing. I read this information. I don't know if it's true or not. I didn't quite spend the time to look it up. The Semitic people, they say they own the majority of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who was the last two commissioners for the NBA, Brandon?
David Stern and Adam Silver.
And they in the same group.
Yeah.
So you tell me, I think, who votes for the commissioner, Brandon?
I don't know.
I think the owners do, right?
Oh, they may.
So if the owners' part is clicked up, and you
Yeah.
voting people who run it clicked up. What you
Right,
think? Ain't this a
Yeah.
clicked up system?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then you cannot get in because they already control it. There's nothing you can do but
Now,
build your own.
during slavery, you think a slave had the opportunity to become
A
a
slave
plantation
owner. I mean,
a plantation owner? You think they had the
no.
opportunity? Why is that?
Just know because the structure is already there, and the I guess the system is already in place. And no, you don't meet the requirements because we're not gonna let you in.
And don't that sound like the NBA now?
Yeah, that's what it is, right? And that's what it is. And people,
And if you
go
get
ahead.
out of line and don't do what we want to, especially we're gonna hang you up in
Right.
public and whip you on in front of your friends and let them bow down.
right, and that's what
Shaquille
happened.
O'Neal, oh, that's wrong. Shaq, oh, that's Charles Barkley, oh, that's wrong. And all these people, oh, that's wrong. But you
Right.
know, good and well, this man ain't had it done nothing except for shared a link
Right.
on a platform that's extribute the stuff. Get mad at the platform. Don't get mad at Kyrie.
Right. That's great. But we'll wrap this up because I got to go anyway. But this was good. We'll try to do something else at some point. But I just don't think it's fair. I think a lot of people don't think it's fair, but they kind of go along with it. So please wake up and see what's going on and come together. We need to come together as people and stop trying to go after people like Charleston White just because they come with a different perspective than what you've been fed all your life.
And also, just because a person makes you agree with one topic about a person, don't throw out the whole person.
Right.
Look at the who, what, when, where, the root cause. Why is this happening with a person?
Right.
So it may just all be by control. Words are power. Money is power, and people like to control your words, and people like to control your money.
Yeah.
So, and model and get my book. The link in below.
Please do. Right. But thank you guys for watching Man of the Metaverse. We'll see. We'll catch y'all around. We'll be doing some stuff, and you will be uploading videos and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I got videos uploaded.
Okay. But all right, Lewis, I'll talk to you later.
All right, peace.